All right, guys, so this is just a little help on note 6.2. I'm going to do a couple of examples. You can kind of see how it works. So what we're doing today is exactly what we did yesterday. It's just instead of them giving us the point in the slope to put into a point slope form, we're going to have to find the slope ourselves. So over to the right, I made a little box. Kind of gives the directions on what you should do. The first thing we're going to have to do is find the slope, and luckily we have a formula for finding slope. Slope is m. They're going to have to give us 2 points. We take our y2 minus our y1 over our x2 minus our x1. Okay? If we use that formula, we get our slope. We're right back where we were yesterday. So I'm going to come over here to our points. It says write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we're going to use our point-slope form to start off, and then we're going to solve it for y to get in slope-intercept. We've got our 2 points, and you don't have to do this, but I think the best thing you can do is label them. Here's my x1, y1. I'm going to call it my first point, and my second point I'm going to call x2, y2. Okay? Once you have those written out, it's basically fill in the blank. I have m equals, because that's what I want to find, y2 minus y1. That's -6 minus -3. If you subtract a negative, like we do in this one, you have a boom boom, makes it positive. Then on the bottom, we're going to have x2 minus x1. In this case, it'd be 3 minus 4. So we can do that little bit of arithmetic. That's -6 plus 3 to leave us with -3. 3 minus 4 to leave us with -1. We can simplify that. A negative divided by a negative is positive. So we get our m is 3. So now we have our m. If we look back over at our directions here, which are numbered wrong, I now notice, it says we got to plug the slope into our point slope formula. And the next one says plug a point into that formula. So I'm going to come back over here. I know my m is 3. That's one of the things I need. And then I already have this point labeled x1, y1, so I'm going to use those. But you could use either point. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm going to start writing out my equation. Y minus y1. Well, if I look up to my point, my y1 is -3. So again, we have a boom boom situation. Equals my slope, which was 3, times x minus my x1, which is 4. Now, all we have to do is clean this up and solve for y. We have our answer. So I'm going to come up here. I can't do anything with y plus 3 yet, so I'm going to leave it alone. But I can distribute my slope over my parentheses. First, I have 3x, or 3 times x, which is 3x. 3 times -4 would be -12, so 3x minus 12. Now, I need to solve it for y. The only thing attached to y is this plus 3, so I can subtract it from both sides. On the left, all I have is y. Then I have 3x, and I have -12 minus 3 is -15. So that's all you got to do, guys. The same thing as we did yesterday. You just have to find your slope first. I just want to look at number 4 real quick. You have to understand what your points are. Remember, if it's a y-intercept, that means the x is 0, so they're really giving us point 0, -3. And remember, the x-intercept means y is 0, so they're really giving us the point 7, 0. So there's your x1, y1, your x2, y2, and you can go back and do the exact same thing as we did on number 1. Now, number 5 and 6 are a little bit different. They talk about horizontal and vertical lines, and these are some of the easiest ones, okay? Remember, a horizontal line means that it's y equals. If we look at the next one, it's a vertical line. That means x equals. Remember, the slope of a horizontal line is 0. The slope of a vertical line is undefined. Well, I'm going to sketch number 5 real quick. I'm going to plot that point it gives me. It's see -2, 6. So it's about right here. Well, I need a horizontal line going through that point. Well, we know it's y equals, and the only y value it goes through is this point right here, which they gave us in our point. So my answer is y equals 6. The vertical line is similar, guys, except we're not looking at the y value, we're looking at the other value. So I hope that helps out, guys. Good luck.